How's it going? Welcome to another exciting weekend of the College Football Playbook. This is Sean Wilkerson. I'm here to give you a breakdown analysis of Week 4 as we approach Week 5 as the exciting college football season. The top 10, we have nothing shaked up in the top 4. Everything stays the same. Bama at 1, Georgia at 2, Clemson at 3. Then we have Ohio State at 4. LSU moves up to 5. Oklahoma goes to 6. Stanford at 7. Notre Dame at 8. And then we have Happy Valley and Penn State at 9, and then we have Auburn at 10. Some top 10 games this week. We have Ohio State traveling all the way out to Penn State, which should be a great game. And we have Stanford going all the way out to South Bend and playing those guys at Notre Dame. SEC games this week. We got Georgia playing Tennessee at home in Athens, which should be a great game. Those games are always competitive when they play those Vols. LSU plays Ole Miss, which is always a competitive game. They're going to be down in Baton Rouge, and Death Valley is going to be going crazy, which should be another great game. Teams that hurt themselves at this past weekend was Virginia Tech. The huge loss at Old Dominion had them fall way out the top 25 on the outside looking in. They're going to make up some ground in the ACC to even try to even make it to the top 15, this upcoming weeks. Mississippi State, huge loss to Kentucky, a huge SEC loss at that. Kentucky's hot right now. They have a great running back that they're leaning on, which was a great win in the SEC as far as, shake up, in the SEC championship race. Oklahoma State losing the way they did Texas Tech. That hurt Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State looks to rebound as they play Kansas this upcoming weekend. It's homecoming weekend out there in Kansas, so should be those Jayhawks should be ready to play after the loss to Baylor. As the Big 12 is wide open. Teams that held themselves at this past weekend was Georgia. They played a great game out there in Columbia. They played Mizzou. They handled those guys pretty handily. A lot of people expected, that to be one of the toughest games of Georgia's season this year. And Jake Fromm, those guys held the ground and did pretty well out there. Kentucky held themselves, like I said, by beating Mississippi State the way they did. West Virginia, they're one of the hottest teams in the nation. I feel like West Virginia is going to crack the top 10 here, and then next week as one of those maybe 2 top 10 teams fall out the top 10. As I'll give West Virginia by position maybe 7, maybe 8 in the next upcoming weeks, and maybe next week, they're going to crack the top 10. In other news, Trevor Lawrence is finally the guy out there in Clemson. I think Clemson is going to ride the wave as they come in and they play Syracuse this week at home. They're going to look for a little redemption. I think that Trevor Lawrence is going to light it up. As a Georgia kid, those guys are always great ball players out of that great state. Top 10 matchups, like I said, Ohio State goes to Penn State, and we got Stanford going all the way out there to South Bend. But if you would, just leave comments and other news, and like always, go Dogs.